Join me as I dive into the mystery of what really happened to the Mauryan Empire after Ashoka. The year was 232 BCE. The great Emperor Ashoka, once a fierce warrior king turned benevolent ruler, had breathed his last. His reign had been a golden era for the Mauryan Empire, marked by conquests, administrative brilliance, and his profound embrace of Buddhism. The empire had stretched across the vast Indian subcontinent, a beacon of power and unity. But after Ashoka's death, the pillars that held this mighty empire together began to crumble. Many had assumed that Ashoka's son, Kunala, would ascend the throne. But fate had other plans. Kunala's story was one of tragedy. He was reportedly blinded by his stepmother in an act of courtly intrigue, leaving him unfit to rule. With Kunala cast aside, Ashoka's grandson, Dasharatha Maurya, inherited the throne in 232 BCE. However, Dasharatha lacked the strategic mind and military prowess of his grandfather. His reign marked the beginning of the empire's decline, as central authority weakened and regional governors started asserting independence. In 224 BCE, Dasharatha's brother, Samprati, took up the mantle of leadership. He was a staunch patron of Buddhism, spreading its teachings far and wide, even beyond the empire's borders into Central Asia and South India. But devotion alone could not hold the empire together. The vastness of the Mauryan realm proved too much to govern efficiently, and territories continued slipping away. The fabric of unity began to tear. Then came Ashoka in 215 BCE. His reign was plagued with internal dissent and external threats. The Indo-Greeks, sensing weakness, pressed against the empire's borders. The once unified Mauryan administration was splintering, and provincial rulers grew more powerful. What was once a tightly controlled empire was now little more than a collection of semi-independent states. The military, once an unshakable force, was deteriorating, unable to defend against mounting invasions. As the empire continued its downward spiral, Devavarman took the throne in 202 BCE. His reign remained shrouded in mystery. By this time, the Mauryan Empire was in a free fall. Central authority was all but non-existent. More and more provinces broke away, carving out their own dominions. The military was no longer strong enough to keep the empire together, and governance had descended into chaos. Shatadhanvan followed in 195 BCE, but his reign only saw further fragmentation. The Mauryan Empire was now a shadow of its former self. The vast bureaucracy and once powerful military machine were crumbling, unable to support the weight of an empire in decline. Local rulers, once mere administrators, now wielded the true power. The Mauryan state was no longer an empire, but a collection of independent territories loosely connected by history. The final chapter of the Mauryan dynasty was written in 185 BCE. Brihadratha, the last emperor, stood at the helm of a withering state. But his fate was sealed. During a military parade, his own commander-in-chief, Pushyamitra Shunga, struck him down. The empire that had once dominated the Indian subcontinent was no more. With Brihadratha's death, the Mauryan dynasty came to an end, and the Shunga dynasty took its place, shifting the cultural and political landscape back toward Hinduism after Ashoka's strong advocacy for Buddhism. But what had truly caused this collapse? The reasons were many. The weakness of Ashoka's successors was a significant factor. They lacked the strategic brilliance required to maintain such a vast empire. Many historians believe the empire was divided into eastern and western regions after Ashoka's death, weakening central authority and making it easier for local rulers to assert independence. The empire's economic burden was another crucial factor. The cost of maintaining a massive army and bureaucracy drained resources, leading to administrative inefficiencies. The once meticulous governance system became bloated and ineffective, allowing regional leaders to seize control. External threats also played a role. The Indo-Greek invasions tested the empire's already fragile defenses, further weakening its borders. Some argue that Ashoka's commitment to pacifism may have also contributed to the decline. His renunciation of war meant that military expansion ceased and defensive capabilities weakened. While Ashoka's vision of peace and Buddhist teachings left an enduring legacy, they may have also left the empire vulnerable to external and internal threats. Despite its fall, the Mauryan Empire's legacy endured. Ashoka's promotion of Buddhism led to its spread across Asia, influencing cultures far beyond the subcontinent. The Mauryan system of governance became a model for future Indian empires, and their advancements in art, architecture, and administration left an indelible mark on history. The empire may have faded, but its influence shaped the course of Indian civilization for centuries to come. The mystery of the Mauryan Empire's downfall is not just a tale of one dynasty's decline. It is a story of how even the mightiest of empires can unravel when leadership falters, unity dissolves, and the weight of an overextended dominion proves too much to bear. And so, the empire of Ashoka passed into history, but its echoes still resonate in the annals of time.